a couple of terracotta pots. We're going to build a scale model that refrigerates 1 can of nice colonial IPA.
So, I have decided that I'm going to buy a van to travel around Australia in this year. I told Dad about my plans, so he started putting together an outdoor survival kit for me. He says that there are 2 kits, one for the car.
The first thing is the in-car kit. Now you could use any container. I just grabbed one of these old army ammunition boxes, empty.
And the second will be a small one for the backpack.
Do another one which might be to go in your backpack.
Oh.
Yeah, so we'll do 2 different things.
So we decided to make this Outback survival training with Dad series so that I can show you all of the skills that he teaches me so that I can actually survive in the Australian Outback. We got a request from Bugsy in Victoria, and he wanted to know how Dad keeps his beers cold when he's out in the bush and doesn't have an esky. Hey Dad!
Did you say Bugsy?
Oh!
What?
I can see it, sorry.
Emily just panicked.
I can't believe how big that is.
Because I just opened this up and there's a huntsman. Oh, Emily, look how small he is. Big sack of eggs. Here you can see the size of my hand, and you can see the huntsman protecting the egg sac. He wants to strike at my finger. Right? Now, this is the sort of spider that won't go for you, it won't try to attack you, but it will defend, especially when it's got a big sack of eggs there. So the spider is about, I guess the body is only about 2 centimetres long, but they have very long legs. They have a good reputation in Australia of getting under the sun visor in your car, and you go and drop the sun visor and the huntsman drops down in front of you. So we're always cautious in checking our sun visors when we get in our cars. So we might leave him alone.
Even though I'm scared of the spiders, you wouldn't hurt them, you don't touch them, you just let them do their thing, because they're happy doing their thing. Let them go.
Well, Bugsy, normally I would have an esky or a fridge in the car, but when I haven't, there's usually something lying around that you can use to create your own evaporative cooler. So today we're going to build an evaporative cooler, and I just happen to have here terracotta pots. We're going to build a scale model that refrigerates 1 can of nice colonial IPA. And for this we need 2 pots. Terracotta, very important. We need a bag of sand, usually hanging around. We need a towel. Oh, let's get it going, hang on. And we need some water. Emily?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
So the first thing, Emily, is these pots have got a hole in the bottom. And we need to get rid of the hole, because it won't work that well if there's a hole. So I think what we're going to do is find a stick and cut it. Go find a stick.
Dogs have gathered some sticks for us. The trouble now is getting them off the dogs. There one. Excuse me. I'm going to collect my other sticks and I don't want any trouble. Up. Alright, what's next, Dad?
We have to cut them down using, because there's no way you would have a saw with you. So using this bread knife cum saw, we cut a section because we only want like a cork to go in the bottom. So
Okay.
I think that no, I think this one, the big one, is right for the bigger pot,
Okay.
and I think this one will be fine for the smaller pot.
Alright, snags. Oh, Dad's too thin.
Yeah, that's for the smaller pot.
Oh, phew.
So we've got to, next we be careful not to clink the two pots together.
Oh, sorry, didn't know that was an issue.
There we go. So,
Check. Big pot, little pot, patched. Patched.
next step, sand. Rich grow sand.
View. Right.
It only goes in this pot.
Oh.
So this pot is going to sit with its rim level with the other pot, and all of the space under this pot and around this pot, but inside that pot, is going to be full of sand.
Okay.
Okay? Let's just pour in a bit more.
Actually quite heavy.
And there we go. So the next thing to do is try not to get sand in the inside the fridge. Just think of this as a fridge. Here's your insulation of your fridge and your cooling system, and here's the fridge. Do we want dirt in the fridge?
Nah, of course not, Dad.
So now, if you put the bag down, and if you've cut the opening enough, you should be able to get small handfuls out and put sand around the ring without getting it in the fridge.
I love this fridge.
That's good.
Is this a travelling fridge, Dad? Like, could I just put this in my van
Yeah, probably. You could
to
make
cool
a,
my groceries?
you could weave your own basket for it with a handle. Wait for the next episode.
Oops. Oh, chips. Ice cold in here. Ice cold Jim Sim. What's next, Dad?
Well, what we do is we add water into the sand until it no longer absorbs anymore. So you want to go very gently,
Yep.
and you want to distribute the water all the way around, not quite so uncoordinatedly.
Oh, this is very difficult.
Right.
Check. Feeling icy in there. The next step is to drench the towel in water. Hope you've got enough water in the Outback.
There's always water in the Outback, boss.
What's happening now, Dad?
Well, Emily, it's time to get that towel and drape it over that pot. But first, we should go and get a room temperature beer.
Thanks, Dad.
Well, Emily, let's put a beer in there. A room temperature IPA. Let's put the towel, the dirty towel, over the top.
Yep. So we got our thermometer that once the beer is cold, we will put it in to test the temperature of it. The temperature today is 30 degrees, so the thermometer is currently reading roughly around 30 degrees Celsius. That is amazing. It's 15 degrees cooler on the inside than it is on the outside. May not be cool enough for Dad's beer, but he's gonna have to deal with it in the Outback. So what we've got here is a clay pot evaporative cooler, and how that works is it drags all the hot air through to evaporate the water from the sand, and while that's happening, the hot air from the middle of the pot is evaporated out, while the coolness is coming through the towel. Right, Dad?
I'm guessing that your drink's out of the fridge.
No. Something I called earlier.
Oh, it feels a lot cooler. Got a bit of sand on it.
Sorry about that. How is it, Dad?
Beautiful. Couldn't get it any colder if you put it in a real fridge. Have you got any ice in this esky? Right. Cheers.
All right.
Sorry I wasn't here last week. Really sad about it. Not really. I had a ball. We went up above Angler's Rest on the Omeo Highway. If anyone's ever been up there, beautiful country. Up in the national park. Doing a bit of trout fishing, a bit of sitting by the fire, a bit of relaxing, reading some books. And here's a quick shot of a couple of fish that bit my lines. I've subscribed. Have you? If you like this video, subscribe, like, and just be happy. Nice cold beer out of the fridge, by the way. If you like this stuff, you can also catch Em on Instagram and Facebook on M Around the Globe.
Thanks, Dad.
Thanks, Emily.
No, 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 no. Thank you, Dad.
No, 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 no. Thank you.
That's enough. Come back. Come back. Oh my goodness.
He's landed on your head. Just hold still.
Can you just get a... I need a photo. Is it still there?